Hey, Assemblywoman Nicole Malliotakis is a state assembly member representing Staten Island and Brooklyn. Assemblywoman, welcome back to the show, Nicole. How you doing?
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good, good. Live in Albany. You're from Albany. Oh, you work, girl. You work so hard. We love that about you, Nicole. Now, Nicole,
Thank you.
help me out here because we know each other well enough. I think I said it's better to register the illegals if they come in, and if it takes driver's licenses to register them, maybe we could track them. But I would love to hear your take on that. And are driver licenses for illegals in New York State? Is that a done deal?
Well, it's a done deal. The governor signed it late last night. But what I'll say is, look, we should not, as a state, be circumventing federal laws. And at a time, particularly when our president and the responsible members of Congress are looking for ways and trying everything they can to secure our borders, to stem the flow of illegal migrants, and actually streamline the broken system so people can come out of the shadows of society. I mean, these are all things that the president's trying to accomplish, and we're making it harder for him to do that by, passing not only this law but multiple laws that have passed this year. This particular law is problematic. Because number one, it's incentivizing. And just as we passed free college tuition and access to tuition assistance program earlier this year for those who are in our country unlawfully. We've also, well, I shouldn't say it, I didn't vote for these things, but my colleagues also did lower the sentencing for misdemeanor crimes from 365 days to 364 days, so it doesn't trigger deportation or cooperation with federal detainer requests. The driver's license bill has a number of things in there that are really problematic. You're basically tying the hands of law enforcement in order for a federal agency to access the background information. DMV would actually have to give the license holder 3 days notice within 3 days that a federal entity is looking for them. So now if somebody is here, if they committed a crime, and now they're subject to a detainer request, because the city has tied its hands from cooperating with those detainer requests. Now, if they're seeking those records on their own, they're actually going to give them a heads up. Hey, they're looking for you.
What? Wait. That's really a law, Nicole? Why is that a law? How could that be a law in the books? I
have to say, and when I brought it up on the floor during the debate, we are making the DMV workers, the employees, guilty of aiding and abetting by doing that.
That's right.
It's ridiculous. But also, more importantly, perhaps more problematic, I would say, in a post 9/11 world, is that we cannot verify these documents. The New York State Association of County Clerks has come out repeatedly during this debate saying that they don't have the tools to verify that these foreign documents that people will use to apply for driver's licenses are authentic, that they're genuine, right? And certainly that should be something problematic. I'm sure the majority of people that want to apply for driver's license are here. They're working hard, and they're good people, despite the fact that they've crossed here and they're here unlawfully. But we cannot take the chance. Just one person who wants to obtain a driver's license to commit a nefarious act. Yeah. And that's going to be very problematic for all of us, right?
Yeah,
we shouldn't be taking those chances.
No, you lay out a great argument, Nicole. Will this allow illegal aliens to get insurance? By the way,
well, they're going to have to comply with the our state driving laws, so they're going to have to obtain, or they should be obtaining, insurance like everyone else. What it doesn't do is it doesn't allow them to qualify for a real ID. Which now, as a result of the 9/11 commission report, there's different criteria to apply for a driver's license that allows you to board a plane. But as we know, individuals, there was somebody who rented a truck and on the West Side Highway and unfortunately killed tourists. We just have to be very cautious about what we're doing.
Yeah, and Nicole,
I don't think that this was a very good idea.
Do you think this will open the door to illegal aliens voting, Nicole?
Well, this is another argument that I brought up during the debate because I've asked straight out. The question is, the House of Representatives, the Democrats that are in the House right now, did pass a bill that allows for automatic voter registration. And, if New York now has driver's license that are being given to those who are here unlawfully, how do we make sure that those individuals aren't automatically registered to vote, even if it's done so accidentally, as has been the case in states like Pennsylvania? There have been non-citizens that have been registered to vote in other states as well. And so that is something that we need to be cautious about, and we should plan for, because these are consequences that may come up in the future should New York State adopt automatic voter registration, or if the Congress ends up passing it, should the Senate flip. So, I mean, these are all questions I've asked. They said that they don't have anything in place to ensure that they're not registered, basically, is what was the answer. And you can see the whole debate on my Facebook page. But, that is something that I brought up and others brought up, very concerning. We want to secure the integrity of our elections. And this is certainly something that I think could have the potential to undermine it if we're not sharing that information on who is registered and who's not, who is eligible to vote and who's not.
It's amazing. And how's this work with illegals around the rest of the country, Nicole? Do we know?
Well, I mean, every state has different policies. So some states require that you have a taxpayer identification number. New York state law does not do that. Some states require that you have multiple years of tax returns to show that you're truly a resident of the state, and this New York state does not do so. So there's different criteria in different states. Ours is by far the most lax, and I guess that's been the goal. We need to be the most regressive in the nation. We can't just do it. They can't just do what they want to do. They have to be the most regressive in the nation on every issue this year.
Yeah. Hey, Nicole, No, I was going to say, you're the only one fighting up there. You're just fighting up there, and it must be so tough. It's lonely up there. I know you got some other great people like Kieran Lawler with you up there in the assembly, but my goodness gracious, Nicole, it must be frustrating for you. You're doing all the right things. Why don't we help out the people in the stressed areas, the citizens, or NYCHA, even though it's a federal issue? Wouldn't it be nice if New York State worried about that? Why is the left, the progressives, Nicole, and we'll let you go, and we appreciate your time always. You're very gracious with your time. But why are the progressives so obsessed with illegals when they're abandoning the stressed areas of the states and around the country? You will see down in the House of Representatives, the House of Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, and Adam Schiff and Gerald Nadler. They don't care about the people within their district who are having problems, who are living in poverty, for crying out loud. I mean, why are they so concerned?
Here in New York, we are severely outnumbered, and and then the Assembly is over 2-1, and we lost the Senate, so we don't have that dynamic before where we used to be the bad cops exposing what they were doing, and the Republicans would negotiate for better proposals behind the scenes. Now it's one-party rule. This is it. This is what you get under one-party rule.
Yeah.
And what I'll say is that you're right. We haven't done what we should be doing for those who actually elected us, the citizens of the state of New York. We haven't made New York more affordable. We have not fixed the transit system. We haven't made NYCHA a place people can live in dignity.
Amazing.
These are all issues that I was hoping we would be addressing this session, but unfortunately their priorities have been to protect individuals who are here unlawfully, to protect criminals, a whole bunch of bills that protect the rights of criminals at the expense of justice for the victims. So this is the backwards priority. We have elections, and you get what you vote for, and this is what you got. So, unfortunately, hopefully you'll send me some more friends next time so I can fight a little better, be more effective by having some more colleagues to join the fight.
Nicole, thank you. Keep the fight, girl. You're doing a great job, Nicole Malliotakis. Appreciate you checking in with us, and thanks so much for all you do for the great state of New York. Assemblywoman Nicole Malliotakis.